Namaste, dear friends. This is Yogi Anand. I am yoga mindfulness trainer and I facilitate mindfulness practices and mindfulness based yoga practices. Actually, mindfulness is a kind of meditation. There is a seeker whose name is Damini Saini who has asked that what is mindfulness meditation as per my understanding. And the second question she has asked that what is the difference between thoughtlessness and mindfulness? So, is thoughtlessness mindfulness, or is there any differences between thoughtlessness and mindfulness? She has asked. So, first I want to clarify about my understanding about mindfulness. What is mindfulness? Actually, mindfulness in Pali is called sati, and mindfulness is basically popular in Buddhist meditation practices. And Buddha has given this mindfulness practices as a part of one of Ashtanga marg, and that mindfulness or the sati is one of essential parts of Ashtanga marg of Buddha. And first here we have to understand what Buddha meant mindfulness or sati. Sati in Sanskrit is called smriti. Smriti means your awareness, the recalling capacity. Literally, smriti means the memory, but here, sati is not memory. Sati is the mindfulness, awareness, or consciousness. And my understanding about mindfulness is an effect of the love. In Hindi, this is called prema, love. If you love anything, you are mindful of that. If you don't love anything, then you avoid that, you ignore that. I say, are you mindful of your thought? I say, are you mindful listening? Are you walking mindfully? Are you eating mindfully? You cannot do anything if you don't love. And sometimes you do something as just, as a duty. You don't love that. Some people don't love their job, but they do. That is not mindfulness. Mindfulness is you do everything with love, with affection, with full heart. So heartfulness is also a kind of mindfulness. So basically, mindfulness is being conscious of all the things. Buddha has given fourfold mindfulness practices. First, mindfulness about the body. Buddha called this kaya anupassana, watching, looking, observing the body. Mindfulness is observing with full awareness, with full sincerity, taking interest, with complete interest. You observe your body. So here I say, you are mindful of the body and the bodily activities. So mindfulness about body and physical activities, body activities. This is one mindfulness. Second mindfulness he gave is chitta anupassana. Mindfulness about your mind. So one mind watches and other mind is being watched. So you watch your mind, particularly mind's activities. the main activity of mind is thinking. It thinks. Sometimes with organized way, sometimes unorganized way. Sometimes very distractively, sometimes with attentively. So this is the activity of mind. You watch your thought. You may watch your thought actively, attentively, and you may watch your thought with less attentiveness or with less heartfulness. So if you love anything, your full awareness, your complete awareness is towards that. So being mindful, being aware, being conscious of your thought and mind's behavior is second practices of mindfulness. This is called Chittanupassana. And third Buddha gave, third mindfulness practice is called Vedananupassana. Means being mindful of feelings. You observe your feelings. You note your feelings, how feelings arise, how feelings pass away. So this observation with interest, with love, being heartful, being conscious, being mindful, being present. You observe your feelings, these sensations, Vedana. Vedana means feelings, sensations, experiences. You observe during the meditation. So, Vedananupassana, observing, with attentiveness of your feelings, how you feel. This is Vedananupassana, third. And fourth is Dhammanupassana, means observation of the phenomena. There are so many phenomena happening in and around you. You observe them. And here, one attitude should be maintained throughout the mindfulness practice. And that attitude is as a witness, as a viewer. This attitude. Though you love all these four aggregates, all these four happenings, four parts, first body, then mind, then feelings, then phenomena, you observe them, but without being affected. You're not affected by their energies. You observe them. Some thoughts, good thoughts have good energies, and bad thoughts have bad energies. Negative thoughts have negative energies. Thoughts, emotions, feelings, or happenings, incidents. Some good incidents can give you good energies, and bad incidents, bad energies. But this is up to you, whether you accept them or not. And if you accept that, that means you are being affected. You don't have to accept. You have to just watch, you have to just observe those activities, those practices, those happenings as a witness, as a viewer, as a neutral viewer of movie or phenomena or thoughts, emotions, feelings, whatever. As per my understanding and practices and experiences, mindfulness is being heartful, being loving, being conscious, being aware, without attachment, without any impact on you of external things or internal things, whatever, because all are away from you. Anything, whatever you are observing. So mindfulness is the core practice of meditation. Meditation is not possible without mindfulness. So this is how I understand how I practice the mindfulness. I speak mindfully. I walk mindfully. I eat mindfully. I fall asleep mindfully. I wake up in the early morning mindfully. I do everything mindfully. This is how I practice mindfully. So there are two kinds of practices in mindfulness. First is formal, and second type of mindfulness practice is non-formal. Formal is when you spare a time to sit in a posture with the spine erect and your full awareness there. This is formal. You spare a time for maybe for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour. You spare a time where you sit. You assume a posture, either half lotus or vajrasana or any sukhasana or any postures, sitting posture. You sit either on the jafu on the floor or you can sit on the chair. That is formal mindfulness practice. And non-formal is you practice mindfulness in all of the activities of your life. Whatever you do, you observe them. You are conscious about them. But you are not affected. You are just watching. You are just a witness. So this is how I understand mindfulness. And what I teach mindfulness is these practices. Second, thoughtlessness. She has asked, what is thoughtlessness and mindfulness? Is there any connection or difference between them? Thoughtlessness is the state when you ascend in the mindfulness practices or meditation practice, when you transcend all the four activities, when you transcend body consciousness, mind consciousness, feeling consciousness, and phenomenal consciousness. We have to transcend all these four consciousness. Then you reach into one consciousness, one type of consciousness, which is called transcendental consciousness. And this transcendental consciousness is free from thoughts, free from feelings, free from all kinds of turbulences, all kinds of happenings. So that state is not only thoughtless, but also emotionless, but also feelingless, but also any incidents are not there. So that state is absolutely shantam. That is called shantam, sthiram, stillness. So when you reach that state, not thoughts are only disappeared, but all feelings, all turbulences. This is what is called yoga by Patanjali, chitta vritti nirodha. So all the modifications, all the behaviors, all the activities of mind or brain are settled down, are calmed down. Though there are some phenomena outside, but you are not disturbed. You have reached into that state. And that state can be reached when your prana enters into your crown chakra. When your prana moves in downward or in lower chakras, you cannot experience that state. And that state is achieved when you transcend all these four types of things: body, feelings, mind, and phenomena, through kriya, mental kriya. This is also called kriya yoga. Through certain kriyas, mental kriyas, or certain pranic kriyas, you raise your consciousness, you raise your prana. Because consciousness and prana is not two. They are not two. They are one. So consciousness means prana. Prana means consciousness. So your prana rises up and slowly, gently moves through the spine, which is called sushumna in yoga, and that reaches into your crown chakra, and you feel trance. You experience that state where there are no thoughts, where there are no feelings, emotions. However, you are there. So there is difference between the profound sleep without dream, dreamless state of sleep, and the transcendental state are different. In dreamless sleep, you are not aware, but in transcendental state of mind, you're aware. You observe all the things. You see all the things. But all are calmed down, or all are subsided, settled. Because with you, everything crops up. If you are settled, all things are settled. However, you are there. You are not disappeared. You exist. You never disappear. You always exist, even after death. Even all the aggregates of your personality are dissolved into this existence. However, you exist. Your existence is never destroyed. You remain after death in the form of prana or consciousness. So that consciousness is different. That is transcendental consciousness. And Buddha has spoken a lot about this in Lankavatara Sutra.